Good morning, students. Today we'll be seeing about programming languages in C++. Programming language is a set of instructions as well as syntax used to create software programs. It is used to write software programs and applications to control and manipulate computer systems. Here you could see classification of different generations of programming languages. Programming language being divided in two levels, that is low level as well as high level. The first two generation consist of low level language, while third, fourth and fifth generation consist of your high level programming language. So we can see C++ is a basic or the general purpose programming language widely used. IDE here stands for Integrated Development Environment, and it is a software application which provides facilities to a computer programmer for developing software. There are many online IDEs available where you can use to compile and run your programs. C++ is widely used object-oriented programming languages. While writing a program in a text editor, we can save it with correct extension. Here is a basic structure while writing a C++ program. The first line is a comment mainly used to display additional information. Include IOStream tells the compiler to include standard input-output file. It contains declaration of all standard input-output library functions. Using namespace standard used to import the entity of standard namespace. Your main function mainly tells program when begins with this main function, right? And your cout tells the compiler to display message. While return 0 is a statement used to return a value from a function and indicates the finishing of a function. Now let's see C++ data types. Basically there are three types, that is primary or built-in. Second one is your derived data type, as well as third one is user defined data type. The primitive data type, these are built-in or predefined data types directly used by a user to declare variables. We can see different data types, that is integer, character, boolean, floating point, double floating point or void. Integer, the keyword here used is integer. It basically requires 4 bytes of memory space. Character data type used for storing characters, while boolean data type used to store boolean values either true or false, whereas floating point type is used for storing single precision floating point values or decimal values. It usually requires 4 bytes of memory space. Double floating point data type used to store double precision floating point values, right? Whereas void means without any value. The void data type used for those functions which doesn't return any value, whereas size of operator used to find the number of bytes occupied by variable. So let's see a program, like how much the data type used to store or the value, right? How much byte is usually stored in memory space. So first we are going to use a header file. We are going to include header file. And then while using namespace standard, your main function is your main entry point where actually your program start executing, right? Now suppose I need to find like how much a data type usually takes space or how much size it usually takes in a memory space. So first data type what I'm going to use here as integer. Then in order to find the size, we are going to use here size of operator, and within bracket I am writing here data type as integer. That means you're going to find out the size of integer type, integer data type. The second data type what I'm going to use here is character, and the keyword what we are actually using for character is char, that is char. Again, while using that size of operator, and within bracket again I'm going to write here char. The third data type what we're going to use here is float. Then again, while writing size of operator, and within bracket we're going to write here data type, that is float. That means how much this float data type using size, right? The fourth one what we are going to write is size of double. Again, while using size of operator, and within bracket I'm going to write data type, that is double. And at last we're going to write return 0. That means your program is being finished, the function is being finished. Now we're going to run and see the outputs. So here we could see the output, like size of integer, it usually holds 4 bytes, right? Then the size of character data type, here it takes 1 byte in memory space, while size of float going to take 4 bytes in a memory space, whereas double, the data type, going to hold how much size, like 8 bytes in a memory space. So this was a program here.